almost asked.
Oh, I have to do a better job. Okay, let's start it over. Everybody, let's just
all over
Just do a quick TLDR.
Oh
Hi,
my
everyone.
god. Yeah, we just started, everybody. Nobody said anything. Let's start from the beginning. Alryn, what's your fun fact?
He likes pickled eggs for his trail food, and he doesn't like dippy eggs in the morning. See, we missed a moment.
What is a dippy egg, can I ask? Is that a northern thing?
Well, when you cook,
It's like a with the runny middle, right?
yeah, runny yolk.
I've never heard them called that. They're just soft. No, they're just soft eggs.
They're soft, they're runny.
I never called him dippy before until I started hanging out with a bunch of Michiganders.
Yeah, I heard that before.
Dippy.
I didn't think it was that weird.
Listen here, Ohio.
I've always heard it called runny eggs, so.
Yeah, I've never heard it called dippy in Ohio either, but I use context.
Yeah. Context clues.
I also like dippy eggs.
My big brain.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little.
Okay, Ugly.
See when your eyes got bigger.
Okay, Ugly. Let's hear your fun fact of the day. First time here.
Yes, this is totally brand new information.
Yep, no one's heard this one yet.
That Ugly's parents' names are Bruce and Hard.
I feel like Miz worked through it again.
The gears are turning.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get. Oh, because Bruce Lee and Hard Lee. I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Landon, what is?
It really was better the first time.
Everything was better the first time. All that sass.
I'm so bad at this. Why are we?
Fire.
Why are we here? Why am I in charge? Is the real question. Okay, Landon, let's hear your fun fact.
For the first time. Yeah, so everybody always asks Landen what he's doing, but nobody ever asks him how he's doing.
Wasn't any better the second time. Well, how is that a fun fact?
Yeah, that wasn't very fun.
Cool.
Mama taught me not to lie.
Okay,
Is that your fact or just a statement?
Yeah, is that Mrs. Fun Fact?
I mean, a fact kind of is just a statement, isn't it?
We're all statements. Oh my god. Okay, Miz, let's hear your fun fact if that wasn't it.
I was trying to think of one. I think that Miz keeps a nice personal journal.
Interesting.
How personal?
Yeah,
like Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants personal.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I have no idea what that means.
Like Gossip Girl personal?
Oh yeah.
I feel like Miz.
I don't consume this media. I don't know what that means.
Also, Miz reads smut books. That's his thing.
Face mutt.
Yeah, he's just not very good at the smolder yet, but he'll get there.
I'm surprised.
I don't think
when he's reading, he's like, "Oh."
You can always tell because his face is red.
Okay, Chip. What is
Kashi of the group? Okay,
god.
So my Chip fact is that Chip has been abducted by aliens.
Like,
I believe that.
Good.
And they sent him back.
Super valid. The astral plane is a real place.
It was like a 2-day abduction. You know, they bring him back.
They flew away.
That they brought him back.
They didn't want him.
They didn't want him.
They just said return to sender.
They were like Mr. Microphone, be back later, babe, to pick you up. Yeah.
Okay, and lastly, Life, what is your fun fact?
Lastly, life is gay.
Like happy?
Both.
Okay, that's good. Love it. Love it.
Same.
Okay. With that, you find yourself in the libertarian camp of many halflings.
Oh!
Yeah?
You alright?
Sorry, I just got it. Life is gay, not life is happy. Got it.
The gears, they turn so slow.
He wears that helmet over there on his head too long.
I wish somebody that I wish that every time somebody said something, we could do like a buffering symbol on Mrs. Camera.
Miz.
Wait, I could almost certainly get that done in a week or two.
Yeah, don't tempt me.
Pretty face, smooth brain.
I feel like Miz and Chip hang out.
That's the
in some of
group
same
motto.
forums. Wears his
Well-
helmet to protect him from the microwaves and
Before
can't
you,
read his thoughts.
before you all showed up, we were just like, Miz and Landen and Chip are gonna be on an adventure by themselves today, and and we were like, what happens? And I said Miz puts Alryn down immediately.
No, Landon, not
Landen, not Alryn. It's my bad. Yeah, just
Someone has to do it.
it's not nothing
But Chip
personal.
has gotta be the one. Chip won't
Nothing
let
personal,
anyone,
kid.
Chip won't let anyone kill Landon except for himself.
Well, if Chip ain't there.
Okay, just to let you all know, you have accomplished a long rest. Some of you are at diminished HP still for some reason, so you can hit the long rest button on your character sheets. And like I said, you find yourself in the same camp of halflings. I believe someone had a question or something to ask of them.
Yeah.
I don't recall.
Oh no, I just wanted to take my cart back.
Oh, they say, well, it's been here for like a day now, so it's kind of in use already, and you see that they're kind of hauling things around.
What happened to all the stuff in it?
Oh, that wasn't a donation?
No.
Oh.
What was in there?
Or from the mining cult.
Okay, one sec.
Darn.
Yeah, you guys can keep a little.
You don't need that.
They go into a lot of different houses. They'd pass this out, basically take back a little, or take back all but a little from everybody and give it back to you. And he says, we're basically like a libertarian socialist society, so
Oh, I like you guys better now.
yeah, sure. Anything else you wanted?
No, I think that's everything.
One of them kind of looks over their shoulder, and at the same time, Life, you can see this. Large puffs of like this brown and black smoke is coming from northward. Quite a ways off, you're just now seeing it, but there's like a large pillar of black smoke.
And Life's the only one who sees it.
With Life's passive, if anybody else have a 13 plus on passive?
Well, I'll go. Hey guys, do you remember Burning Man? And I'm gonna point to this.
My passive perception is also 13.
Okay, yeah, then you see it as well.
Oh yeah.
Is
I'm
it
like-
towards Westridge or Westbridge?
Yes, it's very, very. But with a quick assumption and look at your map, you do believe it is probably at Westbridge.
Okay.
That looks bad,
yeah,
guys.
I remember Burning Man. It's just as I feared. I told you that those fire cult people weren't cool.
What did they say? They were gonna burn down some town or something?
They said that they were going to make the biggest
Burning Man.
bonfire we've ever seen.
Yeah, they didn't say they were gonna burn down a town, so they didn't say specifically.
Yeah.
I feel like if the words "we're gonna burn down a town" came out of their mouths, y'all probably would have stopped them there. But no, they just.
Would we?
Some of us.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
By some, I mean Alryn.
Chip wanted to go to Burning Man.
Well, now's our chance to go to Burning Man.
Let's do it.
Landon would just go this way, could capture and carry all the bodies.
Well,
Fetish.
you know, maybe a couple.
My God.
You're a weirdo.
Somebody taught him what body count meant backwards.
Yeah, what's your body count, Miz?
Enough.
Wow.
Ooh, that's gonna be my next fact of the day.
Oh, no.
All right, let's go to Burning Man.
Okay, you all break head very quickly. I'm supposing a fast travel speed northward.
How far away is it?
It's
like around here. I
It's
think.
yeah, it's right about here. Sorry, I don't know why that's not revealed on the map.
How many days does that take us? Does it take us a day to get there?
It's gonna take you about half a day.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why
I
this
just-
isn't on the
Sorry.
map already. You're good.
Do you need a day to do something?
Maybe.
Prepare spells.
I feel like you just shook your fist at him. Maybe.
Ugly, can you turn into a horse?
Yes, absolutely.
Do you wanna pull us all in this cart?
No.
The cart is not large enough for that.
Such an inappropriate
That was
question.
really demeaning. So he's not only a racist, but he's an asshole.
Landen, my back's not feeling too well. Do you think that you could pull me in the cart?
Yeah, I can pull you in the cart.
Thank you.
Okay, let's do this.
Miz is gonna hop in the cart.
The other paladin's like, sounds legit to me.
Yeah, why don't you pull the cart, Landon?
I am pulling the cart.
If Landen pulls,
And
then
I
I'll-
want to sit on the cart too.
yeah, come on. The plenty of room.
I want you to
And I
roll.
turn into a horse and sit in the cart.
Oh my god. Okay, roll me a D.
No.
Roll me just a D20 for like the ability of this cart to stay in one piece at this point.
With one person in it?
I'm just a little
Well,
goblin.
it's already filled with ore, and I've heard two
I'm just-
people at least say
I'm
they're
just
sitting
a
in the
little.
cart.
I'm just a little guy.
Luck roll for the cart. It's it's alright.
I think that we need to get this ore out of here.
I start throwing the ore out of the.
No, that's a gift for my friend.
Within 11, it keeps traveling pretty fine. They throw about half of it out, unless you're gonna stop to pick it up.
Can I do it stealthily? Can I do a stealth roll?
Yeah, after the first one, he notices. Go ahead and roll me a stealth. It's gonna be at disadvantage though, because these are heavy pieces of
Turning into a
ore.
leader.
I got
Oh yeah.
15
well,
and an 18.
How do you
What?
stealthily throw ore? Like,
I'm just like pushing it out of the
Yeah.
cart.
Chip just like coughs every time. Like,
Are you trying to get rid of all of the ore?
Oh yeah.
I wasn't. Just some.
Okay.
I don't want Landen to find happiness. Then he won't turn to his true god.
I'm just trying to be an entrepreneur.
Okay, yeah, I would say with a 21 and a 15, yeah, slowly but surely the ore, you keep feeling the cart get like lighter and lighter,
I
and
just think you're getting fucking stronger.
yeah, you think you're just like getting power leveled for some reason, and then you look down and the cart's empty, and you look back and you see like two pieces, but you've traveled quite a ways at this point.
That's okay. When we get to town, we're going to convince you that's all that was in the cart.
Landen, you
Just gaslight Landon.
Landen, you can't base friendship off of something such as ore.
Landon, we don't need rocks.
We have each other.
Oh my god.
I didn't say that, but
We
okay.
need more than that. We need more than that.
Okay.
Yes.
Upon arriving at the city of Westbridge, late in the evening, the fire still burns bright. You see about 6 or 7 houses in this like community square are all lit ablaze with a large burning, like literally like a statue of a man made out of wood, burning in the center of these 6 houses. And as you hear the chanting, you hear quite clearly from where you're at, fire burning, twisting, turning. Let us call the elder one, not older one. Sorry.
That doesn't sound good.
Seems pretty bad. Guys, I'm getting a bad vibe.
How do I best assist them in this ritual?
Do you just ask somebody that?
Sure, yeah. I'll
Yeah.
stop the first person.
So the first person you like stop and grab is like this crying older man. He's like, oh, our town's on fire.
Oh,
not this guy.
How do I assist in?
We'll take care of it.
How do I assist in putting out the fires?
I don't get some water. And he kind of like is just kind of crouched over, like hunchback, kind of, and just kind of crying.
Miz will pat him and say, "There."
They're
This is playing both sides.
So,
So are we like in the town right now, or are we like on the outskirts of it?
I would say you're pretty there's not so much an outskirts of it. The town just kind of happens. So yeah, you are here. I can get to the map of the town real quick. Sorry about that.
Go find a map. Oh, sorry. Just go find a map of Burning Man Festival.
Okay, you got it. Easy.
Oh. It's just gonna be like a desert.
Yeah, it's literally just a field.
Literally nothing.
It's nothing there.
You guys
Okay,
remember
here.
the Malcolm in the Middle episode where they go to Burning Man?
I sure do.
No.
Oh, it's so good. It's like a fever dream.
Would anyone like to have a festive light for this festival?
Oh, you said that it took us only a half a day to get here, right?
Yeah, about half a day. Yeah.
I'd rather have
No
not-
spell prepared.
yeah, I'd rather have no light. Thank you.
But it's a festival.
I do.
Yeah.
Is it like glow sticks?
Yes.
Wait, are
yes.
you gonna get? Wait, I can do that too. Wait, and I'm like pulling. I want Ugly's like pulling
All right. Well,
this, and I'm like, I can do it too.
just don't dodge, okay? What color would you like?
Not me. No, I can cast it.
Purple.
Purple. I would like to cast Fairy Fire on on our good friend Chip.
Please don't cast fairy fire on the rogue.
I want to be purple.
Roll a dex save. Unless you're willing, I guess.
I said don't dodge.
Like, I don't know. I feel like Chip, hearing him say "don't dodge" would definitely dodge.
Okay. Yeah. Roll
Yeah,
a dex
reflex.
save.
Well, you're no fun.
I want you to hit like a child in the background.
I guess the purple still does fire off in a 10-foot square, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple of kids that are lit up in bright colors, as well as this one man who you now notice is kind of walking over towards you all, is dressed in this like really heavy shoulder pads. He's got that same symbol of the fire on his arm, and he meets you and he says, "Are you here to celebrate?"
So this man is talking to us.
Yes, he walks up and he says, "Are you all here for celebration?"
Not only are we here for celebration, but we've brought you a willing sacrifice.
You point to Landen, right?
Who are you
Yes.
pointing to?
Absolutely, 100%. I point to Landen.
They say,
And
"Oh."
I go like this. I go.
Wait, can you do that again? I wasn't looking.
So upset right now.
But
You said this guy was like armored up a little bit.
he's not so much armored up as much as in like this regalia. He's wearing like a big breastplate that has these like outstretched shoulder pads. But it's not like, you look at it and it's like not efficient armor, really. It's mostly just like a colored like religious armor of some sort. He looks at
Doesn't
Metal?
look like plate mail.
No, it's not plate mail, no. It's probably made of metal, but like a flimsier metal than an actual, like...
Can I roll stuff?
Roll stuff?
Yeah. Religion or Arcana?
We know that he's a fire guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
roll,
think I failed mine, though.
yeah, you can roll
I
religion
know
if
that
you'd
he's
like
the fire
to.
guy. We learned in Goblin School.
Also, we have someone in chat for the first time saying they met one of us at Steel City Con. That may have been True Judgment, I think, was at Steel City Con. He is in our Friday game. But thank you for coming and thanks for hanging out, and it's nice to meet you. I'm the Dungeon Master, Magreon. 16 religion. Yeah, as you look at the symbol, you know it's primordial. You don't speak the language so much, but you do remember both of the goblins that have apparently some sort of understanding of the primordial language that said that that was the symbol for fire a few days back.
Yes.
I'm gonna ask him what we're celebrating. What are we celebrating?
He looks to you and he says, "Now, sacrifices don't normally ask questions. Usually they're much more worried or afraid."
That's right, Landon.
Yeah, I'm not those things.
Worried or afraid or a sacrifice? Or all of the above? Okay.
I'll speak in Elven to Landen, and I'll say, "Be cool."
Landon, do you speak Elvish?
No, I sure don't.
He gives you the side eye and speaks in tongues for a second, and you're just like... He looks at you and he says, "That's okay, we've already got the sacrifices we needed. I don't know who told you to bring another, but thank you for coming to participate. What we're celebrating is the rebirth of the Great Flame."
Why? Why do you want that?
Because, Landon, sometimes you have to burn it all down to start again.
Dude, this guy gives you the crispest high five, like, immediately. Like, it's so crisp. He's just like, instantly, he's done. Like, he's like, this man, he gives you, like, immediately gets a brand out. He's like, you want to go, or you want this?
You want
like,
it.
you're so down.
What about all these people who live here? What about their houses and their lives?
Miz will idly say who cares while holding out his wrist for the brand.
Yeah, he sticks the brand in the flame. Are you really just holding it out?
Oh, yeah.
He puts it like right here underneath your, like, the center of where your arm bends. And he just... There's this immediate singe of pain. Roll me a d8 of fire damage.
What are you guys doing? Sorry, our cat just knocked over their trash can.
Oh, Miz is getting branded by a fire-wielding man.
Why?
So, a normal Tuesday. Sorry?
This isn't the halfling town,
No, this is the
right?
town where you originally got your quest to go undam the water. Which, by the way, as you all...
These halflings come out with their guns.
No. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I whip my guns out.
Get off my property.
I was like, what the F? Like,
But they find themselves
Miz will purr a little.
Oh, don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
yeah, everybody vomits. Even the guy that's standing in front of you kind of vomits a little bit. He says, "Welcome in, brother," and he looks at you waiting for a name.
Adustum.
Adustum, brother Adustum. He says, "Welcome to the Cult of Flame. It's good to have you. Have you brought these? Are these other people disciples as well?"
Yeah.
You guys
yes.
call yourself a cult?
What? You're right. The religion of flame. I
Wait,
apologize.
Yeah. That's just not a good look. That's just bad marketing. I gotta.
Nah,
be honest
I
with
mean,
you.
yeah, you're right.
Aren't you supposed to ask the name first? I'm not an expert in cults, but don't you ask the name before you incite someone to your cult?
Couldn't you tell who they were? Their legends are passed across the lands. Their fire has burned brightly enough for us to see.
I mean, they didn't even ask your name.
That fire thing that you mentioned, that brings me back to my original question. What about these people and their houses and lives and stuff?
Dude, when the Great Flame wipes over all of us, there's not gonna be any house left. Man's construction upon this world is what has brought the rot of evil.
I was just like leaning on his shield, like, what the fuck?
I agree, brother. I'm sorry.
Seldom is my name.
I'm gonna
brother Seldom.
Chip.
Last name Scene.
Hey Chip,
yes?
do you wanna murder
Hi, this guy?
Do you wanna murder him?
Whoa!
Chip's like, hell yeah, I do.
Alright, follow my lead.
Did we all hear that, or was that?
Yeah, did you do some sort of
I
secret
whispered. I thought I
language?
was whispering.
Okay, roll me a stealth check
Yeah.
then,
Okay.
because
Maybe we should roll perceptions.
yeah, I'm gonna roll a perception too, as the man is standing in front of you. Okay, well mine was trash. So.
Oh no, it wasn't.
Oh yeah,
no.
mine was too.
Hold on, let me roll my perception.
Oh, I got a 22.
Alright, so everybody heard it at this point except for
got a 19.
Miz. Miz is the only one who didn't hear it. The guy turns to you and he says, "Is he with you?"
Who's he turning to?
Apparently not.
He turns to Miz, sorry, he looks at you. "Is he with you?"
Only if he's cattle.
Okay. Hey, buddy. No.
Yeah.
We don't do that. Murdering people's wrong.
What about the people in this town? Did you not kill them?
No. We told them to get out.
What happened to the sacrifices and all that stuff you were talking about?
We got cattle and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And people. But mostly cattle.
No, hold on. No. How many people?
Oh,
3, 4 virgins most at tops.
Landon.
And how many-
Landen's a virgin.
Landon, you better watch out!
I'm not a virgin. I've had sex tons of times.
He's gonna roll an insight check on that one.
It doesn't count when you're by yourself, Landon.
Oh well.
Fuck you, you rolled a nine.
Landon full hand or half hand, it still doesn't count.
Wait, do we all roll insight?
If you want to.
22
If
insight.
you want to.
Life is standing next to Alryn, just like crossing his arms, like, mm-mm.
As you kind of take this
We're
whole in.
looking at each other, shaking our
Oh
heads.
no. Oh no.
As you take this all in, you look around. You believe him? Yeah.
Ugly are like, I believe him.
Chip and Ugly are like, yeah, he's done it.
For sure.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I mean, they remember that time I told them the story about that totally hot girl that I did sex with.
You know, your fingers slipping off the toilet paper doesn't count.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
I don't care how many inches it goes up.
He
the
takes his finger off the push to talk.
Oh my
You
god.
guys just never met her. She went
to a different school?
She went to a different school. Yeah.
She's from Canada.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
Across the pond.
Good God Almighty. As you take this all in, Life, and look around, same for you, Ugly. You look around and kind of take it in, and there seem to be only like 5 or 6 actual like cultist robed people here. Most people seem like they've evacuated out of like scared of the fire situation. Like maybe they weren't warned that there was going to be a fire, or maybe they just like woke up and there was smoke. It looks like most people have evacuated, but there's not actually like a huge force of people here or anything.
I would like to convey this to Chip in Goblin.
Okay,
I
easy
would
enough.
like to just be like, there's like 5 people here, we can totally kill them.
And I would just like to reiterate their virgin sacrifices count was like what, 4?
3, 4 max. Yeah,
3, 4. All right.
They're cattle.
we can do 5 if you want.
Cattles.
Landon, let us not forget how the water people and the earth people treated us just because of my proclivity for lighting things on fire.
You've met the water and earth individuals.
Yeah, they're right. C words.
Yeah, you're right. That's true.
I'm about to blow out my power, I can tell, so hold on 1 second.
Interesting.
Your power.
How can you tell that? I'm intrigued.
My guess is there must be a hum.
Oh, that's scary. I'd leave the house. I think it's a bomb.
Sounds like you need to replace a breaker. Hey, Steve works on breakers.
I
He
do.
has a really
We've
old
got all our
house.
breakers zip tied to stay on.
Whoa.
Stick in them.
Breaker? I hardly know her.
That one was a little better.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Life, how do you feel about the sacred flame?
Life finds a way.
Life is like doesn't really know what the plan is.
So yeah, I
Yeah,
want to.
are you still, is Miz still like fronting? Like,
No, I think Miz just wants to join every gang he can find. He's playing all sides.
Ms. will say in dark speech, "Thank you, mistress. May I have another?"
Don't like that.
stop.
No, I don't think anyone understood that one.
So I do want to keep talking to this guy. You guys are trying to resurrect some fire god? Is that accurate?
I'm not gonna keep talking to you, virgin sacrifice man.
Alright,
get out of
this
here.
is sacrifice number 5.
Somebody else who's had sex talk to this guy.
I think Ugly's kind of pulling on Mrs. like clothes and is like, these are bad guys. They're killing animals and they're gonna burn down the forest.
No,
Why are we
animals.
talking to them?
Listen, Ugg. Animals are smart enough to run,
Oh, they still got them.
and humans are. Well, don't turn your back. But also, humans are too
What
greedy
is
to
House
run.
supposed to do if they are trapped by farmers?
Miz will dip his fingers in some coal and put it on Ugg's forehead. See, we adapt.
Hey, Ugly.
Yes.
You want to turn into a horse?
I feel like you just Simba.
Why?
I have a plan.
Landon just really wants to see Ugly turn into a horse.
Yeah.
Like,
Is this your fetish?
Can you do me a favor and turn into like a weird horse? Like a really like ugly, awful horse.
Okay. Any creature I turn into is ugly.
Brother Seldom, could I have just a moment?
Figuratively and literally.
Yeah, sure.
like,
And he kind of
turn into
walks away from the rest of the group and goes and walks over to a different house and like starts.
Wait. You said that guy walks away.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miz is
damn.
going with him.
And
No, wait,
he pulls out a tinder
gonna make
box
a-
and starts
I
working
turned
on the
into.
sixth
I would
house.
like to beast shape into a war horse.
Hold on.
Okay, what's the
I have a photo for it.
what's the CR on that?
1/2.
Okay, cool.
Miz will Eldridge blast something that Landon can't see.
Yeah, a house window blows out.
Sure. So, I just want to let you know that I think some of these people came with us to I think we have insurgents trying to come in and, take over and ruin the party, so.
We're just like standing out there yelling at each other. I turn into a horse, and he's like, "Yeah, these guys are up to something."
Not the goblins. The goblins, they just do what goblins do.
I would like to.
That seems
I would like to
mildly.
get on Ugly the horse.
I immediately buck Landon off.
Roll a dexterity check to climb on Ugly. Ugly, you can roll an athletics check with the strength of a war horse to buck him off.
What is the what?
I'll look
is
it
the
up.
Strength of a war horse.
Oh no! Don't even bother.
I have pretty good athletics already.
Yeah, just roll yours real quick then.
I have a +3.
Okay.
Oh no, that's
a
acrobat.
war horse has +4, so
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
you literally cannot fail to knock me off.
I feel like life and myself are just like I'm leaving.
Okay, well I got a
a
6.
Got it.
Yeah. Well, I got
I'm
a
like-
4.
I'm still
Yeah.
like leaning on my shield, looking at everything that's going on, and me and life are just like looking at each other like, what the fuck did we get ourselves into?
Okay. Ugly kind of looks back down at Landon, and I do like the horse like laugh at him, and then I like kind of like lean down so that I can get back on.
No. You have to make the
I'm
horse
gonna-
laugh count.
Okay,
doesn't
I'm
count.
gonna.
Yeah, I don't know how.
And it
I'm
doesn't
gonna
count.
pet the ugly horse face and go shh as I go to get on the ugly horse again.
Also, the tiefling's fine. They just, that's what they do anyway. They're pretty natural to flame. Life might take a little adapting, but they've never done me wrong, so.
I've always had to adapt in life.
That's right. The flame bring us renewal.
Are there any cultists standing by the fire right now?
So for a visage or so you can see what they look like. There is one individual, or there's two individuals that have like full armor and shields on, and then three of these guys that are kind of wreathed in flames with a heavy like head robe on. But there's one guy specifically that looks like he's been burned like up and down the sides of his face, who looks like he's in charge. And he's just kind of ordering some people around and like praying in does anybody speak primordial? I forget. I think I've asked this already. No? Okay. Yeah, he's preaching in some sort of language that you don't completely understand.
I want to
like
whisper to
angry
Ugly to charge that guy.
Nope. Life,
I do it.
no.
Hell yeah, I want to knock him into the fire.
I do it.
No.
Alright, let's roll initiative then.
I have an action I would like to do while I'm alone as well.
You got it. Give me just a sec. Let me roll initiative.
You can't do that
Right.
later. Oh,
Oh,
Yeah, haha, nat 20.
Whoa.
Since I'm riding Ugly Horse right now, do we use my initiative?
So how that works is I've had to mess with mount combat far too often. So when you are mounted, you can either give the mounted animal its own initiative, and then that mounted animal has to take its movement on its turn, do its own action and all that stuff. If the mounted animal takes your initiative, then they don't get any action. You just move their speed.
Okay.
So
But this
they
is
can
like a
take.
surprise attack.
Yeah, I was trying to go for our surprise round.
Yeah, no, you're probably gonna get one. It just kind of depends. Give me a second.
Okay.
I gotta roll. I gotta
How
roll
did we all get 14?
Gotta roll some passives real quick, or not check some passives. I mean, roll me just a stealth check. The horse, just as like a how cleverly you were running up behind this individual.
Sure. It says +3, but it's actually +1, so it's a
20.
21. Okay,
20.
cool. All right, yeah. So you will get a sneak attack round. Give me just a second.
Okay.
I gotta get the
I
rest
don't
of
even
these.
want to
Stealthiest.
attack him, I just want to
push him into the
slam
fire.
into the fire.
Second. You're still gonna have to do an athletics check, but you'll have advantage on that. Give me just a sec though. So try.
So this works out. I wanted to try out my new feat, mounted combat. I switched it out for grappler because
You
when I first-
used me.
well, hold on. When I
Development.
first made my character, I didn't have access to all the feats. I only had grappler available.
so rude.
And- Once Mag had shared the books with me, I had all the feats available.
you're
I'm sure
such
he
a
would have let you
paladin.
change it.
That is so funny that you literally talked them into turning into a horse so that you can ride them.
We're about to be.
Well, when he was like, I have a plan, I figured it was going somewhere like this, and that's why I was like, well, I'll just knock him off once.
That is so funny. You should turn into a raccoon and then I can ride you into combat.
Other
a
gear
bastard-sized raccoon.
I mean,
I can definitely turn into like a badger.
turn into like a
Oh, that'd
Wolverine
be
or
sick.
something.
Oh no,
I can turn into a giant poisonous snake.
can you turn
I had
into
a
one of those
girlfriend like
little
that once.
cuties? You know
Me
those
too.
little cute guys that burrow that they
Moles?
talk about in Dungeons and Daddies?
Moles.
Is it a
Dire moles.
no, it's a...
Capybara.
Oh, a
That's
capybara?
right. They do use a capybara
I-
to burrow.
I guess. It's not.
capybara. It's a
Wombat?
Wombat. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay. It's not on my official list, but I'm willing to bet Meg would allow it.
What, a capybara? Yeah, you can turn into a capybara if you want to, or a wombat.
Oh, wombat. I'll turn into a kangaroo. I'll carry you in my pouch.
That'd be
Platypus.
so cute. Wombats have pouches too.
So Mag, do you
Oh,
offer
how
feel
big
like
is
you
a
lose control of
wombat?
this stream?
Look at us.
No, only with you guys.
That's what I meant with us.
Oh yes, always.
This one. Yep.
It's that Miz guy. He's out of control.
Well, I finally remembered he has the Sacred Flame spell, so he got Mrs. reference like way too late.
Alright, add your initiatives for me, guys. Okay,
You guys see how
so
big the wombat is? Because it's huge.
No, I didn't.
Fucking gigantic.
How big is
For
a
no
wombat?
reason. I sent a picture in the chat. I was not expecting them to be so large.
Yeah, they're as big as a pretty good size dog.
Yeah, wombats are
Well,
huge.
yeah, that could totally carry Chip
I agree.
in my couch.
So this guy right here is the main bad guy. Yeah.
I feel like Chip would ride a badger.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
All right, so y'all have your surprise round. So what are you doing?
I want to just have Ugly just ram him into the fire.
All right, roll me an athletics
Horse
check with
style.
advantage.
Who's rolling it?
Probably you. 'Cause you're
Yeah,
the one
probably.
actually doing
Well, it depends. Are you like reaching down and like poking with your sword while you try to shove
I'm
him,
kicking
or
him. I'm
you're just
force
okay?
kicking him
Yeah.
into the fire.
Okay, roll an advantaged athletics check then.
Wait, are you horse kicking Landen into the fire?
Oh. Okay. It says +3, but it's +4, so it's the higher one is 12.
Okay, so it's contested. He is caught off guard, and I'll let you do the damage to kicking him, but he does not get pushed anywhere. So what's your damage for a kick on the horse?
Let me see.
You can pull up the
wait.
horse.
If the horse moves at least 20 feet straight towards a creature, then hits it with hooves, attack on the same turn, the target must succeed on a DC 14 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Yes, that's what I did. I added a 20 on it.
The damage then is 3d10 plus 3.
Nice.
God almighty.
How do I roll that?
Type 3d10.
Yeah. How do I?
On the left side, you see the die from the bottom.
Yeah.
Just go to D10 and then go out to 3.
Nice.
23.
Good God. Yeah, so he did not like get knocked over, but he turns around and you see he's covered in like these burn marks, but at the same time there's like this hoof, like a actual hoof print just in the back of his head, and it's bleeding pretty bad. He looks at you and he's like, "Who the what?"
I make a horse scream.
Landon holds up his sword and he says, "This one's for all the virgins."
Oh my God. All right, and we will go to normal initiative now. Oh, sorry, you were holding something over there, Miz. What are you doing, Miz?
I would like to tell my buddy Seldom. I'd like to say, the real way they found all of you is they hid scrying crystals underneath all the beds.
Somebody in the Twitch chat put that the ugly horse is the.
That was me.
Was it you?
Yeah. The weird horse.
The weird horse from Adventure Time.
Miz will look over at the bed. We went into a house, so Miz will look over at the bed.
He will kind of just roll an advantaged persuasion roll with that one. Yeah, he looks at you and he's like, really? And he kind of bends over and kind of gets his head like up under the bed, and he's like under the mattress or under the
box frame, actually.
Yeah, he gets his head all down under there. He's like, I'm not seeing any.
Under you,
I would like to coup de grace my best friend.
I'm not even gonna make you roll. Yeah, you walk over with your sword and just right in the back, and he struggles really bad, but the struggle is almost worse as he like kicks one of the legs out from the bed and it just drops on his neck, and he's like,
like in another thing.
And then I would like to drag his robes off of him and start to change.
Okay, cool. That'll take. Realistically, it takes about a minute to change, so I'm going to say you take about 2 or 3 rounds of combat before you can realistically get this clothes on or off.
Yeah, for sure.
But you did just eliminate this man. Okay, now that we're at the top of initiative, this guy saw you just bonk the guy, ugly, so he's going to, he is going to, gonna fire some scorching rays towards you.
Are those a dex save?
No, they are not.
Okay.
They are to hits, so.
Excuse me.
Which guy?
Sorry, this one back here. Sorry, I'm trying to.
It's okay. Just
Trying to
keep
find
an eye on
this
where
guy.
everything
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Sorry, this guy is. Yeah, he's.
Okay. Okay.
So it's 3. You watch as 3 floating orbs of fire kind of start to surround his head and then bolt off towards you. The first one is a 11 to hit a warhorse.
Yeah, that's my AC.
Okay, and then the second one is much bigger than 11. And the last one is a little over 11. So, total. Go ahead.
Do these count as attacks targeted at my mount?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
They
You
will
are
hit
right.
me instead.
Okay, cool.
And they do
that means
not-
they go on
not
your
hit me.
AC.
Only the 18 hits.
Only the 18 hits you.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Now, does that say melee or anything like that?
It just says attacks. That's why.
Okay,
I
cool.
asked.
Yeah, that definitely works then. I've had to deal with somebody who did a like cavalry guy in a campaign. I just couldn't remember how that setup works.
I hold my shield in front of Ugly.
Cool. Yeah. So
Protect their soft, supple.
I'm on your shoulders.
Yeah, for a moment the horse becomes the rider. Yeah, you'll take 10 fire damage with the one that did get through.
Okay. Cool. Damn, that would have been a lot of damage.
That would have been a lot. Yeah, you're not wrong. After that, it is your turn.
Cool. I want to impale this dude on my sword.
Yeah, I will say he's definitely within 5 feet now.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and swing the old sword thing at him. And also I get
Old
advantage on
sword
that
thing.
because
Yes,
I'm mounted.
because you are mounted. Yes.
Yeah, that seems pretty.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say, strike true, corpse slayer.
Okay.
17 probably hits, right?
17.
Oh, I guess I'll roll for advantage anyway.
Yeah, roll with your advantage for crit.
Yeah, 18.
So yeah, that hits.
Oh yeah, baby. And then I'm gonna friggin' stab this nerd using booming blade.
Okay.
So 5 damage plus whatever booming blade is about to do. I'm just gonna put the effect in there. Oh wait, hold on. Ignore that damage. That's
I
not
believe
real.
booming blade is the one that doesn't do damage until he moves. Is that right?
Until he moves. Yeah, if he moves, he'll take 1d8 thunder.
Got it. So 5
And-
originally.
Yeah, 5.
Okay.
I think technically I still have spores too.
Oh, do you have that when you're in
Spores in
beast
your wild
shape?
shape, can't you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so
It is
this weird this weird horse is now like there's mushrooms growing out the side of its head and just,
Cough in this dude's
Out of my
face.
ears. I was I didn't know. I don't. It's a reaction, so I never into him being within.
So
range of
yeah,
me, so I didn't know when was the appropriate time to bring it up was
works now. 3 damage, is that right?
for the spores.
Yeah, I don't remember. Is it
He has to
D4?
make a con. He has to make a con save.
I've been listening to NADPod and
They do it
no
wrong.
offense
Yeah,
to
they do it
NADPod, but
different.
it's
They
so
don't do the con save.
wrong.
It's they have to make a con save of 13.
Okay, let me roll that.
Yeah, I was like, wow, automatic damage of like,
Yeah,
you
pretty
like
good.
damage. I was like,
Yeah.
that's really,
Yeah.
really
So
strong.
Correct. Yeah, he passes on that one.
Okay.
19.
So
Oh, so yeah, that's what I was listening to it today on the way home, and I was like,
they do this to Laylee. I mean, they're like, don't at us.
We love you, Dad Pod.
no, yeah, we love you. We do. Don't worry, we do the same thing about Dimension 20 and Dungeons and Daddies all the time. Judge
Yeah,
is
I was like, damn, I should have got Shillelagh for my scimitar, and then they're like, yeah,
You're
you
at
can't
it.
Shillelagh a scimitar, and I was like, oh.
Okay, at the end of that turn, that is this guy over here will move 5, 15, 20, 25, 30 right there. And he's going to try to hit the horse, which I'm going to say technically is a large creature. So I'm going to say it's accounted by you and Landen currently as the horse shape. So he's going to try to hit the horse.
I'm large.
I'm not going to roll. I think you have to declare before I roll whether you want it to hit you instead.
I want all attacks to hit me.
All attacks are redirected. Gotcha. He's going to make 2 longsword attacks towards you.
We're getting into the 2 attack, guys. All right. 23.
First one was a 7, but I don't think the 23 probably does.
The 23 for sure hits.
Or I mean, I don't think the 7 does.
Backwards.
I said it backwards because I'm a stupid. 9 points of slashing damage, and you see that his sword, while it didn't like feel hot, it looks like almost waved metal kind of a situation.
All right.
And that's his turn. The other guy is going to pull up a crossbow. This one back here. Gonna pull up a crossbow and aim it. Also, yeah, y'all are two. Sorry, technically you two are the only ones who've like started a fight, so it's
Fine.
As a horse,
Understandable.
how much HP do you have?
I have 19 temporary right now.
You want to take the next one?
Yeah, sure.
he looks down to the horse and he's like, "You got this."
Yeah, you have to say it like that because I can't speak, so you're just like
You could nod. Oh wait. Can I
The horse can only say no.
Can
Nay.
I? Nay.
Nay.
Can
you take this one? Nah.
Can you?
Can I awakened mind telepathically speak to any creature I can see? It does have to speak the same language, but because it's not speaking, it's in Ugly's mind. Can I use
I will say, yeah. I will say this will
brain?
technically work because it depicts in the definition of wild shape that you don't actually lose your intelligence or anything. You just lose your physical stats. So yeah,
Okay.
I would say yes.
I'm gonna whisper into Ugly's brain. Hey, I'm in here now. testing. Can you hear me?
And I get kind of frightened, and I like kind of smack my hip and smack it into Landen.
Also, you can't respond to me in your brain. I can only speak to you.
You can
Sorry.
just speak to me normally. I can understand you.
With that, that's like a 5 to hit the horse, so it fires wild, and Chip, a crossbow bolt flings past your forehead. You're pretty sure this guy has it out for you.
Like, I'm here too.
With that is the end of that turn. I'm not gonna make you all like maintain this list that I have it in. There's 5 of you. Each of you can take a turn. Just make sure you don't take more than one. Y'all decide that as a team, how y'all are doing this.
We should have done like a second roll.
Do y'all want to roll off? I can change y'all's scores. All right, everybody roll it.
Is that okay?
Yeah, like I said,
No,
I would
because then I want to go first.
All right, do another roll.
Also go by whoever has the highest dexterity.
That's fair. Okay, what's
fine.
y'all's dexterities?
That's fine with me. +3.
+3 for Ugly.
Yeah, I have 16 dexterity.
Okay, Miz.
+2.
Okay, Life.
0.
Is
Didn't mean to screw you there, Life.
Womp womp.
Alryn.
+1.
Okay. And Chip.
Oh wait! My dexterity is different now.
Oh yeah, what's your horse dexterity?
+1. It's +1. Mine's +4.
I never asked my horse their dexterity.
Stop it.
Oh, stop.
Don't walk on my keyboard, please.
Okay, so there you go. That is
good.
that
It
is
was
the new
much
initiative.
funnier in my head.
It was pretty funny out loud.
Chip,
I like
you're
air high five.
Chip, you're up.
Okay.
I horse kick you.
So how many are around? All these?
Yeah, all these guys are these guys.
He looks kind of red.
Yeah,
It's fine,
they've got
except
red.
Miz. He's like in a house somewhere.
Hey, at least I've killed someone.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Got a point.
Smoking a pipe. Watching the game.
But me and Landon are cool as hell. So like,
Who's the
You
guy
just
that
ride
shot
a
the
weird
crossbow
horse.
at my head?
This guy back here, shot a crossbow.
My crossbow at him.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's see.
I will say that he didn't know you were there, so you definitely have advantage on this
Oh, okay. I like
because
that.
he did not
just shooting
intentionally.
it.
No, he just
But Chip
shot
doesn't
very
know.
wildly.
Chip doesn't know that he doesn't know that you're
Yeah.
there.
Okay, so let's just roll to hit. Girl, can you sit still, please?
25. That hits. You can roll with advantage just to see if you crit if you want to, but that definitely hits.
Yeah, well, let's just see for fun.
Yo,
Ooh, you
the
did.
19 to the 20. Holy cow.
Okay, so you roll double damage. You do have sneak attack damage because you had advantage.
oh my
So,
god, you're just gonna kill this man.
This guy's gonna blow up.
It's gonna pierce his aorta.
So what is your normal damage die?
Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's a lot of dice.
1d8 plus
Okay.
4.
Yeah, so there you go, and now you can roll an additional d8 and an additional 2d6. So roll your damage one more time, and then subtract
You could
4.
think that his arrow like reflected off of a wall and killed him.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
turns
that's-
into pink mist.
so that's 15 plus 9 damage is a total of 24. So you see, he still doesn't know where you are. He just like looks around as you see this arrow's kind of like sticking out of like the top part of his neck, and he is still standing, but he's like wide-eyed as all get out. He was like, "What just happened?" He doesn't even realize. I don't think he realizes that there's an arrow in him as much as he knows that he hurts a lot right now.
Why is it getting dark in here?
Yeah, why we're turning the lights off.
I'm
There's a
getting
big
tired.
fire. Yeah.
Yeah, suddenly very sleepy.
Okay, that's Chip. You want to move anywhere, or you want to hide or move?
Oh, Boogie just up to my keyboard.
I just saw a tail go across your screen.
She just walked right on top of my keyboard. I'm gonna hide because it's a bonus action for me, right? I believe it is.
Chip dodge rolls into a bush.
Like really extra.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Chip sends his regard.
Oh, roll your stealth check as you hide as a bonus action.
Chip needs some music. Chip needs some music like da da da.
27.
You just
Chip
need the
sends us regard.
Chip is an absolute.
Smoke.
Yeah, Chip throws a smoke bomb down and is gone. No, actually, I think Chip pulls out a cardboard box and just
Like Metal Gear Solid.
solid Snape just underneath.
That would be pretty bad.
Okay, Ms., you are in a room changing. That is your first turn of.
I would also like to take just a little extra time to jump on the bed.
Okay, yeah, his body makes squishing noises.
Oh.
Are you having fun?
The goblins can't have all the fun.
Is your quality of life has gone up a little?
Oh, way up. Morale through the roof.
Highest it's ever been.
Alryn, you're up.
I feel like Miz is just happy because finally he has like a nameplate on the Twitch stream.
That's right.
It's there in YouTube. Jump puts it there in YouTube.
The jumping on the beds for you, streamers.
Yeah, there you go. Let's see. Let me look at the map. There's a map here somewhere.
Oh my god.
It's in the roll 20.
It's
Yeah,
for the
so-
Mizmiacs.
Who we been beating on? These two there in front of.
These two guys
This one's
in
taking
front.
damage, and this one's almost dead.
In front of the cavalry.
What about this one right here? Is this one doing something dumb?
This guy hasn't
Yeah,
taken
he
a
shot-
turn yet. This
Oh,
guy
I thought
shot
he shot a
fire
fireball at
already.
me.
Oh,
Oh.
No.
he did shoot a fireball at
No,
us.
this one shot fire bolts at you.
Oh.
This one has not. If y'all saw a fireball coming, you would. That's a
I was
different
about to
story.
say, if there was a fireball, I'm gonna stay right where I'm at.
All right, so so this one hasn't done anything. This one has, and these two have.
Correct. Well, actually, this guy hasn't even gotten a turn either.
But he's like standing there.
He attracted by ire, by
Yeah.
virgins
And cattle.
and cattle.
But they all look the same, right? So I would
Yes.
assume that they're all part of the same crew.
Yeah, definitely. They all have the same symbology.
I'm gonna be a bully a little bit and attack that one right there
Okay, makes sense.
with my cheeseburger. Hang on a second here.
Interesting.
Excuse me.
Weapon of choice.
Pickled eggs.
Yeah, pickled eggs.
Pulls out some pickled eggs and he pocket sands them.
Yeah, smash that jar over his head.
Shove a pickled egg in my mouth and then make a mighty swing.
All ring cast pickled eggs.
I swear
swear,
your
I
rolls
think I
are
missed.
so bad. Yeah, that does miss.
Why don't you fairy fire that guy, Miz? I can't do it. I'm a horse.
Miz is having the fucking time of his life right now.
He does
Okay.
these too.
Alright, anything else?
So, I don't think there's anything else I can do really.
I think you could like bonus action smite in preparation if you wanted to, but
I mean, in the same like like for the next swing, you mean?
yeah, for the next swing you could.
Yeah, I can do that. Do I have to
If you
roll
want
something?
to. No,
Yeah, why
most
not?
of them are just casting ahead of time. So which smite are you casting?
The one that hurts him.
Okay, good to know.
I'll have to look.
Okay, sounds good. Life, you're up in the meantime.
What's it called?
Okay.
Man.
1 second. Okay, Life is going to move up a little bit,
Okay.
and he's going to cast protection from evil and good on Alryn.
Okay.
So this gives his attacker, anyone who's attacking him, disadvantage on their attacks. And then he also cannot be possessed or...
I don't think it's anyone. I think it's just if there are certain creatures.
It's only if they're evil, I think.
Oh, well,
Fiends.
sorry.
Yeah.
Well, okay, listen, elementals, blah, blah,
They're
blah.
just people.
Are they just people?
These do seem to be just people.
Okay, well, never
They are
mind
kind
then.
of. They are kind of
we were-
villainous, though. Would you say that they're
Evil
like
strain.
lawful evil?
I would say it's
Well,
up to
yeah,
Meg.
they're definitely not good people, but that spell does not say that people of the evil alignment get disadvantage strictly because.
I literally thought they were elementals, so I guess
No, you're
not.
good.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
they're not. They're not. These are people with
Okay.
weird.
So does Sacred Weapon only work on undead? Because it doesn't look like it does.
Sacred
No.
weapon. Oh, spiritual weapon works
No.
on everybody.
Yeah, it's a very good
reading-
spell.
Sacred Weapon, as an action, you can imbue a weapon with positive energy. For 1 minute, the weapon is considered magical, and you add +2 to your attack rolls.
Yeah, that's just your weapon. That's something you have. That's a paladin ability.
Never mind. The only smite I
Okay.
see is Divine Smite.
Alright.
Well, anyways, okay, never mind. Scratch that.
Okay.
I'll just throwing cheeseburgers at him. Pickled eggs. Just wing a pickled egg at him.
Okay, then I will cast... Sorry, I got like 15 tabs.
You're good. You're good. Thus is Dungeons and Dragons.
No double screening, Juniper.
Yeah, all you guys are on my one screen, so I can look at your beautiful faces.
Oh.
Oh, really? I don't look at anybody's face during this stream.
And
Do you
then
have
all
one
my
screen?
other tabs are on the other screen. I have 2.
One screen just dedicated to me
Yeah, exactly.
and Marcus.
Marcus isn't here, it's Steve now.
Marcus,
That's right. Look, I'll take second best. It's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Healing Word as a first level spell on Landen.
Thank
Okay.
you.
I feel like we're aiding and
7
abetting a
healing.
murderer.
Nice.
I was gonna say second best is just one step away from life insurance.
So you take 7. So you take 7 HP, Landen.
Thank you. You kept me sane.
Well,
And that's technically a bonus action, I think. So I will also cast. I will cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
And
For just a rules clarification, you can't cast 2 spells in a turn. You would need to cast a cantrip.
Okay. Then. Okay, I will move up and I'll cast Resistance on Alryn
Okay, cool.
as a cantrip.
so isn't there this thing like after I do my attack, I can do like a push and like push him down or something?
I think you had a feat that might say that. You'd have to check what you have feat wise. Ugly, it's your turn.
I don't have any feats.
Okay. Then
It might be in your
Features and traits.
features and traits, yeah.
Yeah, I'm there. I see class features. I would just wonder if like you could just push someone down.
you can choose to push someone prone, but that would be instead of an attack. That's an an action.
Okay, I guess I will horse kick this man in
Horse
front
kick
of me.
this guy again.
Yeah.
You don't want to rev up 20 feet back and trample him again.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Let's do that.
God
Your movement is more than
almighty.
40 feet, right?
It's 60.
Shh, crap.
And
Okay,
you'll
well let me.
provoke 2
There's gonna
opportunity attacks, I can block one of them.
Yeah, and one's a spellcaster, so good luck getting any actual. Yeah, this one guy's gonna pull out a dagger real quick and try to slash you with it. Opportunity attack directed at, I'm guessing, Landen.
Well, is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I want to do that.
Okay,
I'm gonna do,
then
I'm
yeah,
gonna do
yeah.
that, and I'm not
Yeah.
gonna
I'm
take
not
it.
asking
Landon's
opinion.
gonna take it.
So does a 9 hit you, Landen?
It
No,
sure doesn't.
Okay, and then the guy with an actual sword will try to swing on you.
Okay. He's gonna swing on Ugly, and I'm gonna impose disadvantage as a
Okay.
reaction.
Hot.
Okay, so 18 would
Now
hit
we're
normally.
gamers.
Yeah, you are manipulating the system. Does a 16 hit with disadvantage
Sure
the
doesn't.
war horse?
It hits
Sure
me.
doesn't. No, because I impose. Oh, it hits you. That's right. Damn it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry, you're gaming.
fine.
9 points of damage.
We're
all
gaming
good.
here. Everything
I'm
is fine.
still proud of Landon.
What
I'm
for
having a good time.
abuse
I'm
of
still trying
rules? Okay,
Yeah.
so you run back, you do a quick circle. I'm sure you do some sort of like prancing in place, charging up, and then you run
I
back
go back
towards
on
this
my like
dude.
hind legs like for a second, and then I.
Landon gets one of these good old General Armstrong looking things. Okay.
Just step up and go.
Can we
Yeah.
change Ugly's name in chat to actually Mount?
Mount. Always
No.
horse. New name,
Yeah,
An
always
ugly
horse.
horse.
Is this going to be the rest of our campaign?
I hope not. Okay, so you charge
Sometime.
back and you run towards him and roll your attack again.
+6 to hit.
There
Okay.
you go.
God
Wow.
almighty. How is this half? This is cracked. Okay. Yeah, that.
So I'm rolling a d20 +6.
Yes, 6. Yes, correct.
Oh,
Yeah,
23.
17 hit. Oh, yeah,
I
that hits
definitely
more.
okay. I hit. I read the
Another
damage.
con save. Yes, you read this damage very
I
wrong
did. I read
last time.
the damage very
I'm
wrong
seeing
last
that.
time.
I'm gonna say he was so caught off guard that I'm going to allow that insane amount of damage, but this
I read
time it
hit
is
points.
definitely 2d6.
I read hit points. I was like, yep, that's right.
I was wondering where you found 3d10 at. I was like, what kind of horse runs over somebody and just kills them outright? Oh god.
oh,
Horse will kill you.
I know they would, but like a normal person, this one almost killed like an actual elite individual.
yeah, my bad.
Okay, and that,
So people.
Suddenly, everybody drops the bear meta and just goes for horse.
yeah, horse from now on 3d10. Oh yeah, let's go. Okay, so he saves on the being knocked prone. How
Damn.
much damage
Stop.
is it? Yeah, he nat
it's-
20'd that one.
It's 2d6 +4. So
I got +6 to hit and can't fucking hit anything.
it's 11 damage.
11 damage, got it.
I kick him in the other side of the head.
Yeah, he's got two. He's got two
Got matching
horseshoe.
threads.
Got matching horseshoes on his forehead now. You want to release your spores as well?
Oh hell yeah!
Okay,
Sure.
con save
Another
on that
horseshoe.
one.
There, yeah.
Dang, I always save on the dumb three points of damage. That's a 21. Okay, that's Ugly's turn. This flame priest will turn to you, Alryn, and I don't think he can do anything up close, realistically.
I point a stern finger at him and said, "Don't you do it."
He's gonna walk backwards. He'll get an opportunity attack, but he prefers that to having disadvantage.
Hit him. Kill him.
Kill him. Spite him with all your spites.
So like, didn't he like step out of our? I can get attack, right?
Yeah, you get an
That's what he
attack. Yeah, attack of opportunity.
Let me been done try that.
And you charged a smite last turn with your bonus action, right?
I got
He
18.
did.
Mhm.
18 very much hits.
And
Oh, this guy moved, by the way. So what's his damage?
Oh, he moved?
Yeah.
The main guy, right? The leader?
Yeah, the leader.
1d8. When I first rolled it, it was 4, so
Okay.
give him 4.
Got it.
Hey, Mags, this is leader, yeah.
Yeah, that's leader.
so I roll my regular damage, and then I do 2d8, right?
Yep,
Yeah,
that's
for a
right.
divine smite. Yeah.
Hang on a second here. Regular damage,
Do you still have the shark stick?
and then so that's one-handed, so that's 8, and then 2d8. That is another 6.
Got it.
In total.
And I said, "Told you."
14 to him. Got it. Okay, this eternal flame priest looks at you, kind of bitter, and he says, well, that wasn't nice. And he watches his hands kind of start burning this fire red, and he will shoot out a burning hands in your direction. I need a dex save from you and from life.
Dex save.
Alryn gets a +d4 to his save.
Yes.
Damn, they
Alright,
can't
so-
throw deck saves at me.
I'll throw one at you
Dex
next
saves on
turn.
myself.
Good,
so
please do.
17.
But not me.
That's with the +4.
No, throw them at Ugly.
17
No,
passes.
don't throw them at me.
Oh,
Oh,
If Ugly dies,
Oh.
Mrs. Heart might hurt a little bit.
can I?
I won't die. I'll just turn back into a goblin.
Do I need to have an?
I got a
action?
2.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Hold on, let me
Brad.
check something. Do I need to have an action to do that thing where I intercept?
Oh yeah, dude. No, it's a reaction.
That's-
so you can
yeah.
So I can reduce his damage that he
Is it-
takes by 1d10 +2, right?
Nice. Yeah, go ahead and roll that.
All right.
Is that Sentinel?
No, it's interception. It's the fighting style.
Gotcha.
Hold on a second. Let me roll this.
Sentinel's the one where you tell people not to leave your area. That one is so
Oh, right.
toxic.
I'm leaving. No, you're not.
No, you're not actually.
So we reduce
2
1d10
plus 2.
So 4.
So 4, and then my damage on that is Burning Hands.
There you go.
Oh
There.
man, that was trash. 6 or 5 fire damage
So
on
we take
3d6 dice. So yeah, you take 1 point of fire damage. A little fire gets past his shield. And he looks at him.
I
He
was
looks.
also gonna say I have resistance on fire damage.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I'll say normally you don't just round down, but I'll say with that you look at him and he's like, well, he's very very nervous as to why you.
He does that thank you.
He says you're like the leader.
Thanks, Alryn.
Did you get that in prison?
Did you get that from prison?
Never mind.
God Almighty.
That's an
Okay.
inside joke.
Ugly. That was so. This guy's turn. He's gonna turn and look at you, Landen,
Bring it on.
and you watch as he makes a large ball of fire appear in his hand,
Oh, a fireball.
and he just kind of
Smells
looks
bad.
at you. He just looks at you and he starts to laugh, and he just like throws it on the ground right in front of him.
Oh, he's gonna die too.
I think so. I think that's his plan.
So is this effect going to force my mount to make a
Yes,
dex
your
saving
mount will
throw?
have advantage on the dexterity saving throw.
It doesn't have dexterity. If it succeeds,
Oh yeah, it's just evasion. That's cracked. I forget.
It takes half. I guess that's normal though, isn't it? If you succeed, you take half.
For fireball, yeah.
Okay,
We're
so
Rath
yeah.
are familiar with the fireball.
So you both will make a dex saving throw.
Oh, yeah. If it succeeds, it takes 0 damage.
Yeah, if it doesn't succeed, it takes half. Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, look,
wow.
a fireball.
Oh, I do? I
Yeah.
only take half?
It even if you don't
And-
succeed, if you succeed, you take none.
And
Good deal
do,
for me.
do I have to make this dex roll because it
Yes.
says any attack? It's an attack against both of us. You're saying?
Yeah, it's no, it's an attack
It's an
against
area of
the.
attack.
Yeah, it's a literal bomb
AoE.
basically.
Yeah. Well, 11.
That does not pass.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. I'm gonna roll 2d20s and just add 1 to both.
Do you have advantage on it?
You said that's why.
No. It's if you succeed, you take 0 instead of half.
Oh, okay.
That's evasion, yeah.
Yeah, it basically gives
And if you
mounts
fail,
evasion.
you take half.
Well, I got a 21.
You pass completely. You do not pass. Fire envelops you. He just stands there cackling as the fire seems to not affect him. But you do watch as this guy next to him looks at him like with utter betrayal in his eyes as he just melts.
He's like, what the fuck, bro?
And it's going to be 32 points of fire damage.
Landon is super unconscious.
Okay.
Does he go unconscious on my back or does he fall off?
Let's do a dexterity check via horse to see if the horse is able to balance Landen or if the Landen falls off the horse.
You're saying it's up to me. Like,
Yes.
if I don't want to. Okay, I'll see.
Oh well, if you don't want him on your back, no, you can easily like tip him over.
No, it's fine. I'll do it.
Okay.
I feel like Ugg would be like, oh, dead weight.
It's a 15.
Then I'll say it's totally your call whether he's on your back or not.
Yeah, I'll hold on to him.
Okay, yeah.
This time.
With
Yeah, this time.
no stirrups or anything, he's still like just magically like locked into place.
He just like kind of
As
like
you guys
slumps
know-
forward.
As Ugly and Chip know, Landon is a bareback king.
Okay. That's
No,
enough of
he's
that.
Yeah.
Womp
No.
womp.
Okay, with that,
No longer believes him.
everybody vomit simultaneously.
Some of us in our mouth.
I do let him drop to the ground.
Okay, yeah, I would too. This guy in the back, you watch as he's enveloped in fire and he casts mage armor on himself. Landen, you're up. Death saving throw, please.
Yeah, you got it, baby. All right, here we go. Big number, big number.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
No whammies. Yeah, roll that dish.
I thought you said big dumb bird, big dumb
Nope,
bird.
that's a failure.
Big dumb bird, big dumb bird.
Oh,
Landon,
Oh, looky
Landon
there.
hurts.
Okay. Are we saying goodbye to Landen already? This guy is gonna look around at anybody who might have shot him with an arrow, and then he kind of reaches to his neck and he's like, "Was this my crossbow?" And you see he's like having a midlife crisis. He's like feeling for his neck and like,
He's like, well, that guy has a sword, and that guy is that's a horse.
That's
like,
a
where-
horse.
oh, he's gonna.
Where'd this come from?
Then he gets his 1,000-yard stare. He's like, that's the weirdest looking horse I've ever seen.
Yeah, he looks.
Foolery is this?
He looks right at the horse. He's like, "Ooh,"
Yeah.
and he'll finally look at Alryn and try to shoot him with his crossbow. Does a 21 hit you?
Yeah.
Rolling cracked tonight, guys.
Dirty cheat.
Yep, that's what it is. 7 piercing damage. Okay, that is back to Chip. You're up. This guy's like looking everywhere for you. You know he wants you, but he cannot find
I'm
you.
gonna go for him.
Okay, you have advantage
I
again.
still have bolts left, so let's see.
On the bright side, you're gonna get more bolts when this is over.
Oh,
Yeah, take his bolts.
boy.
You have advantage to roll for the crit.
Ooh, I forgot I'm still stealthy.
There should never be a time in this game where you don't roll with advantage. If you don't roll with advantage as a rogue, you're doing it wrong. 15 does hit
Wow.
though.
Okay, cool.
Wait, I have the dice animation on, so when Gabby rolls, there's just like 10 dice on the screen.
Same.
Okay, with that, another arrow finds him, this one more centered, and he looks and he kind of finally makes eye contact with you, just long enough for you to watch like the life fade from his eyes.
He's like, what the fuck? Where are?
Oh. Oh.
Smoke bomb again.
Would you like to
I don't
hide
like
as a bonus
Any
action?
of you guys?
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna
Okay.
hide again.
Roll
Alright.
stealth. Get another 27 and vanish into the shadows. Okay, yeah, you're gone.
It doesn't really matter what I roll.
Only God knows where you are.
And he's still not sure.
Yeah, he's thinking about it. Miz, you're up. I will say at this point, shirt's on, bed's completely broken around this guy's forehead. You
Screen
are
is on.
you are good to leave.
I like to imagine that he was like jumping into the shirt on the bed.
I sent you a ninja note, and I would like to.
Sent me a what? Oh, I see.
He whispered you.
I would like to move.
So confused.
He sent you a nude.
I understand.
Oh.
I would like to move here and cast a bonfire on Landon's corpse. Where's Landon's corpse again?
Landon's corpse is on my back.
He's just unconscious. Does that classify corpse now?
Can I double move and cast that? I don't know if I can double move and
Is it a
cast.
bonus
No, you
action?
can't double move and cast unless it's a bonus action.
Let me double
sounded
check.
like, Miss
Do
sounded
not
like
light me on fire.
wishful thinking.
Just for your information, Alryn, you're on deck when Miz is done.
I
I would like to make a double move and say burn the heretics
Okay, you got it.
to there.
Okay, this guy.
Do we know that you're not the guy? Can we see your face?
I got my hood pulled up.
So we just think you're another man.
Perception check.
Maybe.
I would say.
I mean, I'm pretty dark. I'm
Yeah,
pretty dark.
I would say anybody with a passive of like 13 or 12 would know that this is Miz. Everybody else probably does think it's an enemy of some sort.
All right,
Is my horse passive the
Mine's
same?
12.
Your horse passive is as follows: 11.
Oh, it's 11, so I wouldn't know.
Oh, do their whiz not stay the same? I thought their whiz.
Oh,
stayed the
your
same.
mental stat does stay the same. You're right. So your passive is normal.
So I know it's Miz.
Yes. With that, Alryn, you're up.
So I guess I'm gonna walk over here and whack this guy again.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's see.
He really should have moved further after he cast, but he didn't think about it.
What a clown.
Yeah, what a knucklehead. Some people's kids, I tell you.
Some people's. What is wrong with you today?
No, that's not.
Oh, baby, that's
That does hit.
Yeah. I rolled like what did I roll? I rolled a 19. Yeah, okay. So that's 25. And let's take 10.
Right, with that guy falls over.
Kill him.
He's already dead, right?
Yeah, he is
That's
dead.
what I mean. You're killing him.
So I kick him one more time.
Yeah.
Right before his token disappears.
Yeah.
Kick that bitch.
Life, you're up.
Okay. So just making sure, can I move and then have an action and then have a bonus action?
Yeah. Well, you take you can take any sort of economy in any direction. There's no like you have to take this, then this, then this. You can even break up your movement half and half if you like to. So.
But those are the three actions that you have in the turn.
Okay, and these squares are 5 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna move here 30 feet towards Landen, and I'm going to cast Healing Word as a 2nd level spell.
Okay.
So... Oh, sorry, I just rolled a bunch.
11, thank you.
11 to Landen.
Who's Landen?
And then, as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Telekinetic Shove, and I'm going to shove this leader man. I can shove anyone within 30 feet of me. I don't know how far though, 1 second.
That's what life used to bully kids in cleric school with.
Yeah, was life a bully?
He'd be like, "Shut up, nerd."
No, this is a new skill that he learned after hanging out with Landon and Chip and Ugly for so long.
He's like, this guy looks like he needs to be shoved.
Push him down. Give me your lunch money, nerd.
Gosh.
I feel like life would beat up the bullies.
So I can shove anyone within 30 feet of me. Target
Yeah, Landon.
Right, I was gonna say that, but
ADC 8. Plus my proficiency bonus, or be moved 5 feet toward you or away from you.
Gotcha.
So that makes it a DC 13, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, was it con? Is that what you said?
Strength.
Great. Okay.
Damn.
That'll do.
Strong boy.
No, I've just rolled continual 19s tonight.
Yeah, he keeps getting the good roll.
Better than 20 for us.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, that's it. Is
Okay.
Landon still unconscious?
No, Landon
I'm
wakes up.
Okay, good.
Like,
Ugly, you're up.
Whoa.
You going again?
Yeah, sure, why not?
you buck that
Oh
useless
my
sack of shit off
gosh.
your back.
So you back up. He's gonna try to slash at you with a dagger again.
impose disadvantage, baby.
Okay. 16 to hit.
Damn.
Yeah, that is me.
I'm
God.
cracked
These
tonight.
big rolls today.
5 slashing with a small dagger.
That's fine.
Okay.
I mean, the worst case scenario would be I turn back into just like a goblin and like
Yeah, that has full health and has
That's
all
what I was
spell
saying.
slots. Yeah.
on
I
all
was
my
like-
spells.
I
and
was like, when you turn back into a goblin, I'm gonna be sitting on your shoulders, like.
no, it'll be, if it's an attack of opportunity, it'll be me running, so it'll be like us skidding in the dirt.
Okay. Yeah. So
But I'm
you.
still a horse.
Yeah. So you run back. Another con check or con save as you beat him in the forehead.
Yep.
That'll pass the con save. Go ahead and roll the hit. I should have had you roll the hit first.
Can we get a bathroom break in a little bit?
Yes, we most certainly can.
I took mine, I don't ask.
I really
Yeah, we
need
did too.
one.
16.
16 hits.
And then it's 2d6. 13 damage, and he passed the...
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. 13 damage. You watch as his lights go out, and you, like, just...
Can I say kicked him into the fire?
Yeah, you kick him far into the fire. You watch as his body doesn't naturally burn, but as, like, the magic that he has been, like, cursed with starts to fade as his life fades out. You see as he's, he just starts to melt slowly. This guy kind of bellows at this point and says, we will return if not here somewhere. The fire calls to one and all, and he just kind of envelops himself in flame and disappears away. And with that, we will take a quick bathroom break. Yes, we will take a quick bathroom break. We're back and we can be heard because I checked because I'm a good dungeon master. Okay.
Buy our merch. Buy our merch.
Okay, why are we the only ones buying our merch?
If we're not muted, if we're not muted, you could just buy a sweater, and that will let Max know that we're not muted.
Y'all are awful. A lot of you are bad people.
We have like
No, we're great.
If two people buy a sweater, that's all that I'll wear next session.
No, Pam?
Just the sweater.
Yeah. Yep. Gabby too, right?
Yeah, I'm in.
Now that's a selling point right there.
I tried, but I figured that we cover all the audience.
I was thinking about dressing up like a reindeer because I have cute ass reindeer antlers, and then I got home from work and I was like, I literally like would rather die than put on makeup right now.
Yeah, we can't do our Christmas special where we kill Santa.
Yeah, we have to kill Santa.
Oh yeah. I think
This would have been
Probably
the
not.
week to do it.
Yeah, this would have
we
been
get
the...
back on the 5th, January 5th, I have that Thursday off. So
If
I
you
would
guys-
do makeup on the
If you
5th.
guys want,
I'll be
next
on
week-
on the surgery bed. That
yeah,
week.
if you guys want next week, I'll do a Christmas one shot for you.
Yeah, Mags can watch it.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Aww.
We'll kill Santa.
We'll talk about that later. But back to the Dungeons and the Dragons.
We gotta get
This,
Dad's permission first.
This larger man you recognize from inside the Gilded Clover comes out and says, "We're here to help."
Wait, we
All
recognize
right,
this guy?
get me an apple.
Yeah, he's the guy who gave you the assignment to go tear down the.
I'm like hanging on. I'm still in between Landen's legs. I'm just like a little kid, like hanging on between his legs, like when he walks.
I
Are we out of?
point at this guy and I say, "Get me an apple."
Oh, is Landen not down?
No, I'm up.
He's back up.
Can I cast Spare the Dying on him anyway?
Yeah, you can. You can see a small halo appear
will.
above Landon's head for a moment, and then it doesn't take.
So what do I need to finish this ritual?
Who are you asking?
Mag, he's asking.
I'm asking the DM.
Roll me a religion check.
I will.
Gonna need like a 25. Yeah, no, you don't know anything about the religion of the flames, so you would need to either have talked with that individual that you thunder kicked under the bed, or I don't know, figured out some information. Currently, there's just a large pyre, and you hear these 3 guys, all carrying buckets, and they're just going wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. And they say, "Oh, that's fire truck," and they point to the 3 guys, and
Adorable.
they start pouring buckets of water on different homes.
Miz will look a little bit sad and pull his hood down.
I'm more interested to see what would have happened if he would have rolled a 25.
Yeah, me too.
Did the
DM's like,
tavern keeper give me an apple?
Yeah, he gets you an apple.
I put it in front of Ugly's face. I hold it in front of Ugly for the.
I eat it, but like angrily.
Why do you guys kill all my friends?
You begrudgingly eat the apple. That's hilarious.
Yeah, because I'm mad about the
What's
the
that
guys
look like?
killing. Well, like Ugly is like
see
a. Well, okay, no.
Begrudgingly eat an apple right now. It doesn't count.
Clipping it. It's been clipped. It'll be on the internet forever. That's going on the highlight reel.
Perfect.
Okay.
Love it.
Steve's got
I'm
an
also-
orange.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
remind
you
that
do
guy
it.
that I'm
Everyone's
gonna
wondering
remind
where
that
the
guy
orange
that
came
we
from.
undarned his river.
He looks at you and he says, "Yeah, I was gonna ask you all about that." And he points over at the river, which is very much still dry. He says, "There was like a day where we got." He says, "There was like a day where we got water, and then it just went away again."
I'm gonna.
Well, technically, we
Team
didn't say
huddle.
how long we were going to undam.
Yeah, Team Huddle. Are we gonna let him off on this technicality?
Well, let's
It's
rob him.
Wait,
Yeah, let's rob him.
Miz
Wait.
No, no,
gonna get in the
no.
huddle.
And then I say to Chip and Goblin, yeah, let's rob him.
Landon, if you're gonna
Hold a pickpocket.
Landon, I was indoctrinated, and you killed all of my friends. So if we don't kill these guys, I'm gonna be very upset with you.
Yeah, well, your friends killed all those virgins.
Well, virgins are not serving a purpose. They're not procreating, right?
They kill cattle.
I
will
love
give you one
personally
time
that
cattle.
Ugly is more upset about the cattle than the people.
Ugly, I'm right there with you, but we get steak somehow, right? So, Landon,
Magreon, how dare you?
I like a good
Yeah. Wasn't that one of my best?
Yeah.
see? Sex matters too, Landon.
Did you say sex?
Yeah, if we don't kill this
Did you
guy,
say-
I'm gonna be upset.
Did you say the bad word?
I don't. I didn't hear you.
plan. Is like, did you say?
Landon,
Landon says I didn't hear you. It turns and looks the other way, and he's
What?
And it's like, you mean?
what happened to your neutrality, right? We killed all of my friends, now we get to kill your friends.
Oh, I killed those guys because they killed the virgins. I killed one for each virgin.
Right, well, these guys tried to...
Ugly is biting Mrs. Ankles.
I guess I technically didn't kill any of them, but they're dead now, so that kind of.
These guys tried to fucking kill me, so we're gonna kill them, right,
What, the
Landon?
people in
Who are
the
we
people in the town?
Who are we
The
killing?
water people.
Oh yeah,
What about
all of
them?
them.
They tied... Do you not care that they tied me up?
Oh yeah, we killed them. A bunch
No, we
of them.
didn't.
You were
We
there
ran
for
away.
it.
We ran away from them because there was
Yeah,
like
we
a
did.
million of them.
Oh well, we'll
The
just
only
go
one
back.
who
and
killed
kill 'em.
one. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, we
You
did.
killed a total of 2 that chased you out into the woods.
Yeah, remember
Also-
that dead body that I carried?
There was that one guy.
I helped that
These
guy
guys.
climax.
Yeah,
These guys are
that
not
was weird.
I don't think they're the water people. I think they're the gilded Clover people.
Yeah, these are just the townsfolk.
Oh no, we like them. I have a date.
Yeah,
I
they
have a
gave us
date.
money.
Oh.
Yeah.
I look the tavern keeper in the eyes when I say simple folk.
He looks at you and he says, okay, rude.
Guys,
I
I have a confession. I don't remember. What are we doing?
I start looting the bodies.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah,
look at those
pretty good idea. You find a total of
No, you-
Solvable.
112 gold in total in an assortment of silvers and coppers, but I'm not gonna actually sorry, take 20 off of that as that is currently in the fire.
Can I
Okay,
keep
Yeah, I pushed the
100
man.
gold
I
is-
Yeah, 100.
put the fire out, didn't they?
Well, slowly,
It's
but
it's really hot, so you have to take it. You're like,
100 gold.
Can I get some bolts, please? Please?
yeah, you find a total of 40 bolts on these two bodies.
I'm rich.
I suppose.
I only had like 7 left.
Also, in the fire, you see a glowing orb that is covered in, or not covered in flame, but looks like it has flame on the inside. That has some different inscriptions on the side.
That looks like the kind of thing that you.
It matches
wrap up
my-
in a cloth.
It matches my burn, so it's mine.
Yeah, that checks out. I have absolutely no reason to distrust you, Miz. You go ahead and take that thing. I don't mind.
Miz will take the orb.
Got it.
Can I do an Arcana check on that?
I mean, I'm taking it straight to life. Because
Okay,
I
yeah.
think the tiefling's the only demonic entity that I trust.
Okay. Roll an Arcana check live.
I'm still ugly, still biting Mrs. Ankles. They're not mad anymore. They're just for fun.
God, that was bad.
Just
I got
chewing.
8.
Yeah, like a dog.
Okay, with an 8, you definitely can tell that this is elemental in nature. No offense.
Wait, let me test my Arcana.
Yeah,
I know things.
Oh,
Did you
mine's
guys learn
great.
about this in Goblin School?
My God, 16.
God almighty. Yeah, you learned about it in Goblin School. You're starting you're starting to think that Goblin School might have been Cultist training camp and you didn't know it.
But you're okay with it?
Yeah,
It happens.
the information's helping now. But yeah, so this is a orb. It conceals some sort of spell inside of it. You believe it's probably a either a living spell, which is an old type of magic, where spells would grow like their own sentience and run wild. As you like peer into it, you're almost sure that it's a living fireball. It's been compressed. It's about this big. You know that magically speaking, it can be used as a spellcasting focus that does give you a +1 to your saves and to hits. But it also, if you were to cast a spell that does fire damage, does an extra die of that fire damage, depending on what spell it is.
I
It's
tell
like a-
that.
Yeah.
I tell that to them.
Verbatim.
You say that in a magical way of magic D&D and magic
I'm like,
stuff.
actually, you guys, this is blah, 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 blah. And I am very smart.
Miz will toss
Alright.
Ugg his casting crystal and be like, well, fuck that, and grab the orb and pick
I
that
grab
up
the
as
casting
focus.
crystal. I don't know what to do with it, so I put it in my mouth.
Yeah, it tastes like ash and smoke.
And Ruby.
So, am I the only one that can smell Mrs. Orange right now?
Yeah.
That's a stroke you're having. Call a doctor.
Okay, that's fair.
Um,
Yeah, I can
So-
smell it.
at the end of all of this, the gilded Clover guy's still just kind of sitting there. He says, "So, were y'all planning on fixing the dam anytime soon?"
Where's
Money
Sorry.
first, please.
No.
Yeah, we just put your town out of fire. What do you fuck do you want from us? We'll get there eventually.
Oh,
Hold the pickpocket.
Yeah, listen, Alryn.
that's fair. Yeah, roll sleight of hand to pickpocket him.
Okay. Oh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you reach into it,
22.
find a small bag that has about 200 gold in it.
I take it.
And as you say, "Payment, please," he reaches behind for the bag, and it just barely slips out of his hand as he reaches for it. And he's like, he looks and he says,
My wallet.
I
I'm
can't
gonna
find
look
my
at
I can't find my wallet. And he
Okay, we'll forgive you if you give us your socks.
That's okay. You could.
Hand them over.
he looks at you in the strangest way, and he starts to take off his shoes.
Miz,
You put on his socks.
Guy.
Miz will pull out his rod of magic missile and tap it on his hand and be like, you know, we don't really appreciate people who promise payment.
He pays us with socks. That's good enough.
Yeah, Ugly's wearing his socks. Ugly doesn't wear shoes normally, so like, look at me, I got shoes.
I'm abnormal.
I feel like his socks has little cows on them.
Miz will get the
I have to go to work
They're
tomorrow.
much too big.
Miz will get
Almighty.
the noir face. Miz will get the full dark little shady face under the brim of his hood.
Yeah.
So the problem with hiring mercenaries is when you don't pay them, they have a whole new cause.
Well, you
I thought he
did.
was gonna go. That name slipped me a Mickey.
Alryn starts like hysterically laughing at Miz. Are you kidding me?
Ugly's in the background with huge socks on.
Yeah, he's
Yes.
like,
I'm gonna plug that dam with your lifeless corpse if you don't.
Oh my
pay
God,
us.
Miz.
He's not gonna do that.
Sit down, Miz. Go brush your teeth. Go back
Me
to
and
bed.
Alryn are like, he's not gonna do that. No,
We got
He goes back into the Gilded Clover and grabs a drink. He says, "I'm done. I'm out." And he locks the door. You hear a heavy padlock behind him. He's inside. He's gone. With that, we're gonna call it for the week. You all can level up before we come back in about 3 weeks time.
How many levels?
1.
10.
This isn't one of those podcasts where they jump from 3 to 7. I don't get it.
Yeah, we're gonna see you guys after the holidays, except when we kill Santa.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be buff as hell.
If you subscribe now, we might actually send you the link for the bonus episode where we kill Santa.
We might actually
yeah.
send you the link. What is wrong with you people?
Yeah.
Everyone
Well,
subscribes.
if Mag's not hosting it, it could be anywhere.
This is top-notch marketing.
If you want me to use
On
Rudolph,
our
no.
Patreon. You have to subscribe to this OnlyFans. Subscribe to Gabby's OnlyFans to get our bonus episode.
If you would like me to use Rudolph's nose
Hey,
as a
Steve.
spell focus, you will subscribe to Gabby's OnlyFans.
Hey Steve, remember that
Oh
time
my
you used
God.
Rudolph's nose on your? Oh, never mind.
I'm out of here. Okay, so
We
not a
are.
lie.
Our group is insufferable.
it is
So
awful.
sorry.
Why did you people tell me that you wanted to play D&D when all you wanted to do was yell and scream all night?
That's what D&D is.
All the dungeons were closed that night.
This is every D&D game I've ever been in. What are
I'm
you
so
talking
sorry
about?
that you had to go through this.
Says
Okay.
the person that does the most screaming.
If
I
we're
really-
being honest, it's because all the AOL chat rooms are closed.